Hello, everybody. Kathy and Dana here. We've just been preparing for our third session in the inner wisdom activation. And the third session is really around letting go. And this idea around, we were just talking about it being good hygiene to let go and to take stock of the things that are no longer serving us so that we can let into our life the things that are ready to come through. And it's hard to do both. It's hard to like not let go and let new things come in. Because if I'm still holding on to the past or to things that have happened, it's really hard to manifest something new without that energy um, clouding it in some way. So we're putting together a good program that's helping to help people think about and take stock of what they're ready to let go of. But I was also remembering another program I participated in where the invitation was to think about something you're still holding on to, that's challenging you, but share the story, change your perspective about how you're holding the story, and bring the perspective in of a loving universe, as though you're sharing the story as though this thing happened to you and for your own learning and evolution. And that really shifted it for me. I was holding on to a story about a previous team collaboration I was working on that sort of fell apart at some point, and still holding on to some sadness around it. But then once I was able to sort of reframe it and see that it was time for me to let go, I was able to really sense that it was all for such good, deep learning. Um, and that really, the things, how I was perceiving it wasn't really very accurate. Um, and I was able to see that my own evolution needed to let go of that collaboration in order to evolve and to move into what I needed to move into. So yeah, this letting go thing, I think it's like one of the hardest things and one of the easiest things, because once you actually let go, there's so much that can open up, and there's this release and this physical um, experience of just not holding so much. There's
Mm.
a lightness that can come from letting go, and some tears and all the other things. But um, yeah. So this week's about letting go. And I was also, thinking about what if we did this regularly? Like, what if we hosted a month-long letting go process to
Mm.
really get to the like juicy nuggets of what needs to be let go of so that new life can be born through us. So I'll pause there. Kathy?
Well, I think there's two things that really stand out for me. One is that we live into the stories that we tell. And so this powerful practice of reframing those stories can be so healing for
Mhm.
us
Mhm.
because we basically take what we've been holding very as a very narrow story and expand it and reframe it and find the useful learning in that. So I love that as a practice. I think that's great. And then the other thing about the when we're holding on to things, it binds our energy. And one of the things about that is that we'll feel that in our bodies, and there might be words in our head, which is, all that mind chatter, but the words are actually sometimes masking what's really going on. So this notion of cleansing on a regular basis is also, I think, a very powerful practice because if we sense into what we're feeling and experiencing in our bodies and we can find out what's underneath of that, then this letting go practice becomes easier, I think, in some ways, because I like what you said, that it's both hard and easy, but it's partly hard because we don't have an articulation of it. And so once we've identified what that energy core is, I mean, you can literally feel it sliding off of your body and space opening up for what else wants to be there, for one of the things we've been talking about is our soul's calling. So what is the soul's calling and how do we keep opening the space to hear that more fully and truly for ourselves?
Mhm. Yes, that totally. Yeah. There's like there I'm imagining like a dig, like a, you know, what is it called? An anthropologist, you know,
Uh-huh.
going on a dig and just digging out all of these things that are ready to be let go of and really starting to take stock of what that is
Mhm.
so that
An
new things can come.
archaeological dig.
Yeah, an
Yes.
archaeological dig. Thank you. I let go of that word apparently.
Right. And then we can really identify what are the fossils that aren't serving us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We can honor them
Mm-hmm.
and thank them
Yeah.
um, as we see what else is available to us.
Yes, I love that. Honoring and thanking and then bidding farewell.
Yeah. Well, and just one other aspect about limiting beliefs sometimes is that they become part of our identity and who we think we are. And
Mm.
so sometimes we're holding on to things, even if we're not fully aware of what they are, because that's who we know ourselves to be. And yet, this physical form is limiting often. And so, who we are and who we can know ourselves to be is just so much bigger and
Mm-hmm.
expansive than
Mm-hmm.
that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's part of, what we're working towards is we're doing activating your inner wisdom and your inner knowing and collect and connecting more fully to the our higher selves and to the soul energy that is available to us.
Yes, totally. All right. So, our question to you all is what are you letting go of? What are you ready to let go of? And even just taking a moment now, make a little list of some things that feel like they're ready to be let go. All
Great
right.
idea.
Be well, everybody.
Bye for now.